Just chilling. Okay, good. Got you there. Uh-oh, this could be an issue. Back into the stream. All right, I managed to do that without any issue. Okay, everybody, we should be live and broadcasting. I show 1 minute in. Rock Butcher's in the house. Good deal. And loud motorcycles going by, so that should have tested the microphone. I'll have to see how my volume is on my end. Let me double check that and see. Dum dum da dum 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 da dum dum. I gotta double check that and see. The StreamYard, and I should be good to go. 3 on the thing. Hello, Chu. How are you doing? I remember you. Although I can't do I can't see who would be blue or not in this. Nightbot's probably not set up on this, so y'all are not going to be able to drop channel links unless you type your own thing in there, which I give you permission to do. So we're good there. Thought I heard somebody. Yeah, okay. My grandson is out in the yard. All right, so we're waiting on a couple of people to show up. I got to go in here and grab my link so I can get it in there. That's one of the reasons I decided to go back to StreamYard, is that I can go and hopefully get in here and figure out what I got to do to get people invited in, invite guests, copy. I remember of that, and don't back out with the arrow button, or that's going to kick me out of my own live stream. Now, the only other thing I'm having a little difficulty with is the stability of the internet. That's not cool. And 2 is not blue. Okay, when I go back to YouTube, I'll have to fix that. Sheik baby, how you doing there, Sheik? Good to see you, brother. My brother. I'm on a live stream, Benjamin. I got things, and so I don't have time to talk. I'm trying to figure out how I can get to access my chat for the enter button. So 10 days and a wake up and home. Okay. Mom's got the kids. Gotcha. All right. Well, I don't know why this won't give me. Let's see what happens if I hit this. Well, that's not what I'm looking for there. That's not what I'm looking for there. I'm not looking for that. Okay, well, I've got to figure out how to get to my enter button. So that will work as my enter button. Okay, good. All right, give me a few minutes, guys. Trying to work out snafus. Let's see if the link posted. There we are. Now that needs to go to, no, I don't have time to talk. I'm on a live stream and I'm having difficulties. Now's not the time to come and ask me things. Now's not the time to ask me things, Julius. Don't make me get upset. I'm having enough issues with the live stream right now. Okay. Got that done. Let me see now if I can do this. All right. And I should be back on here. Oh, Nightbot is working in the stream. Okay, good. Well, I don't have to worry about Nightbot now. Deep North entered the studio. Okay. Well, welcome to how about to call it Muscle Up, because that name is like right in my eyes. Welcome to Oscar Mining Prospecting, everyone, for this segment of Straight Talk. Trying to get a few snafus and difficulties worked out. It's been a little while since I've been playing with StreamYard, and right now we seem to be having a little bit of an issue with the connectivity. So I'm ending up buffering quite a bit. Hopefully it's not constantly restarting the stream. Hopefully it's just me blinking out for a minute and coming right back. Kind of like that Star Trek episode of The Alternative Factor. How many remember that? Mm-hmm. The guy's name was Lazarus. So anyway, welcome everyone. Please keep Okay, hopefully I'm back. Yeah, we're having, for some reason, we're having a lot of internet problems here on this end. And this is one thing probably why I jumped off of doing StreamYard as opposed to YouTube. But let's go ahead and try to get this going. I don't want to cut it and slip away, especially when our guest has taken the time to be available for us since we had to reschedule him for this week. So for this week's episode of Straight Talk, we've got Jake of Deep North Adventures, as I was saying before I got cut off. So welcome everybody. Hopefully Stacy 406 Miner will be here too. I need somebody to help and assist in the chat to keep monitoring the chat because my chat window is way smaller now than what I would have with YouTube. That's one area where YouTube is better than StreamYard. Probably the only part that's better. That's the only better thing. But aside from Nightbot being active and dropping links, and there's a bunch of guys that are pre-programmed for their links to drop. Hey Joe, how you doing? Good to see you there. Bad Idea Lab. Good to see you, my man. I may be blinking out quite a bit, but we're going to go ahead and bring our guest up because he's backstage. Hopefully 406 Miner gets to join us as well because for me, and he's been agreeable to it from when he's available, is one of my managing mods, as well as partial managing mod duties will be Jake Deep North Adventures as well too. See, he's moderated my chat a little bit before, you know, for people in the, you know, making chat comments. Okay, well, we're going to move. We're going to see if that helps out. And then if that doesn't work, then I'm going to probably have to go back to YouTube. Hold on, Jake. I'm going to bring you in just a second. Please stick with us, everybody. I'm sorry for these problems. I'm certainly not expecting this many drops with StreamYard. Maybe that's why I stuck with YouTube. I don't know. It's just bad in this place with the way this router is and everything. But just give me a moment. Let me go grab a drink from out of the shack there, and let me move my location, see if I can get closer to the signal, and see if we can prevent this drop. And my apologies, Jake. Just hold on real quick in the basement there. Hopefully Stacy will join us, so we'll have 2 people up on panel, and we can start the interview with Jake, and let Stacy mod the chat. And there's questions in there for Jake and me. We can start answering those out, and we'll try and get this all sorted. If the worst comes to worst, if this keeps dropping, we're gonna cut StreamYard, and we're gonna go back over and try it on YouTube. So just so y'all know, give me just a moment. Let's see if I can do this without dropping. Pull Jake on up, but let's see if we got it now. If we have 2 more drops, I'm going to go to YouTube. Let's see if I can adjust this. It's a little better. That looks a little better. Kids broke the chair. Okay, Jake, I'm going to bring you on up right now. Let's see what happens here and get you on up here. Sorry to keep you waiting, my brother, but thank you for your patience there. So add to stage. Is that the button I hit?
I'm on this right now. Hello, hello.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Jake, a deep north adventure.
Come here. I'm at my buddy.
How's it going, man? How you doing
Michigan's
today?
house. A couple of us Michigan boys hanging out. Jason E's here too, but he's hiding upstairs. Can you hear me? So. Yeah.
There he is.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm subscribed now.
Yes, indeed. I heard that he was over there with you, AM&P. So good to see you today. Hope y'all have been having a good day.
Yeah.
Go upstairs, mind your business. I didn't get a map yet.
Well, we're waiting on 406.
Stairs? What are you trying
Hopefully
to do?
406 will jump on. But good. I'm glad you can hear me. There's a little lag on your end.
Yeah,
or maybe my
end. From your end to my end.
But like I'm trying to
30 seconds.
This is where I do everything.
Okay. I got the link pasted in there again. If somebody wants to come up, they can. But we want to go ahead and start this interview now and get going with Jake here.
I was gonna say, if you wind up wanting to switch over to YouTube at any point, just let me know, and I'm good with doing a quick switch over.
So things good on your end?
Yeah. How about you?
I have a bunch of stuff in here. And then I'm gonna give away.
Okay, thanks for that update.
I know this guy or not. I heard he's a dick.
I don't know why I'm having the problems on this end. It has dropped a number of times.
Oh shit, he's live.
Yeah. Oh shit, he's live. Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys over here, they're cracking me up.
Okay, well, let me do one more thing here. I don't know. Let me check.
I have these.
Go ahead and yeah, go ahead and talk to everybody. I don't have any notice about Stacy being here yet, so let me go check inside and see if it's really working or not, and if I can get closer to the router. So go ahead and keep the
good,
chat
man.
really
I'm here. And
my bag right behind you, nobody can see it.
Yeah, I was just here today out by the southwest portion of Michigan, hanging out with Jason E. Miner at our local camp, Athens. It's just a local gold camp. Obviously, you know, it's Michigan, so no super good gold. There he comes.
I can't tell.
There he comes. Mr. Miner.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah.
It was a fun day. Man.
Right? That's what I was saying. He like did that. I was like, down.
Shut up, dog.
I'm already bright and bushy as it is. Oh no.
Hey, you dropped some.
Trying to plug in my charger for my headphones so they don't
Hey,
go
you should
dead.
probably plug that in.
We're going to see if that can work.
Let me help you. Is that a Type C?
No. It's old school. USB 2, 3, whatever.
Okay, can't help you.
All right.
You like being different?
Is there any more lag on my part? Anybody? Am I better?
It's been a long day.
Is this better?
Definitely been a long day. I think you're pretty good now. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait until you respond to me. I don't know
So
if there's
this should
lag.
be. There's still lag. I'm near the router now, so that should hopefully make up for it.
No, it sounds good now.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm only 10 feet
Great
away,
point.
so that should prevent all the signal issues. So
Yeah.
okay, maybe we can finally
Jason E.
get
Miner dropped off to, or he's over here too, dropping by, giving a good wave and hey,
Oh,
hi
wow.
to everyone.
Okay,
It's
sweet.
all it's all us Michigan YouTuber dudes, you know. We all like congregate, you know, just.
Well, very good. Well, everyone, we've got a special treat having two people up, Modern Michigan Prospector as well as Jake, and the popping in
this
of
is-
Jason Miner.
Yeah. Modern Michigan's still over here playing with his dirt.
I saw just a brief of your live stream, Jake, that y'all were out there fishing.
Yeah, it was me and Jason E. out there. Oh, jeez. We were out there at Athens Gold Camp in Michigan, and I don't know if that'll work or not, but try it. But yeah, we were just hanging out and doing our thing, and you know, doing the standard. I don't know that we've gotten much yet, but
Well, we do know I got a few.
yeah,
Well,
that's true. He did actually have a really nice flake from what we were doing today.
Well, the good thing is y'all got out on the creek.
Well, it was close to the creek.
You have the audio. I don't
Yeah.
have the audio.
Oh,
At least y'all were out there and y'all were getting some fun going on.
Right.
So that
Man.
I got nowhere to go out to do that around here. So y'all are like two up on me.
nice.
For you.
Yes, indeed.
Don't forget this.
So-
Don't forget this when you use your fans. Yep. Good
Yeah, I
stuff.
mean, we're at Creek Rock Studios here.
Yeah.
The Modern Michigan LLC.
Yeah.
He's got quite the sticker board going there, I see as well.
Yeah, he
too.
does.
What's that?
Sticker board.
Oh, he's got a
Yes.
huge sticker board, y'all.
Yep.
Like, check this out. I wish my sticker board was this thorough. And then he's got like some other like random cool bits and stuff here from the kiddos. All kinds of sweet little knickknacks and
Rex and give a dog a
yeah,
bone.
knickknacks, paddywhacks, tchotchkes, whatever you want to call it. Sneak peek.
Well,
Hey.
eventually you'll get those to say.
I figured it was
No, I don't know how to make mine go live with somebody else's line.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't either. I just pop up on what's up.
It's easier that
So
way.
before we get going with more,
Switch over to speaker though from the headphones so that we all can hear. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
now y'all having difficulty hearing me?
Yeah, we're gonna try to make it so we can all.
Okay.
How about now?
Hey, there we go. I can hear you now.
I hear y'all just fine.
Then he doesn't
Okay.
have to have my dirty earbud in his ear.
Sometimes that's all.
Yuck.
He's keeping this modern.
It's not a Michigan. It's
Stacy, you should have the link, Stacy. And if not, I sent the link to you on WhatsApp. So check WhatsApp. If not, I'll post it again here into the chat so you can come and help me mod the people in the chat. Because I know Rock Butcher is busy. So Stacy, there's the link. If you want to hit it and come on up.
It's a little crooked.
So Jake, if you wouldn't mind, if Calvin is in agreement, let's plug him real fast about his creek drop and about his channel real quick.
For sure, bud. As long as you down?
I'm down
Of
always.
course he's down. Why wouldn't he be down? Come on.
Come say hello. I'm not dressed for this.
Your view.
There it is.
To
There's the
That's
creek
the
drop.
drop the spray bottle.
Uh-huh.
Yes, indeed. So Calvin, come on up and talk about that for a few minutes in your channel, my brother.
So the creek drop came about because I always panned just like the rest of you guys, and I was always having my kids dig their hands. That's why they're called diggers, because they're constantly digging either in my brain or in my dirt, or my backyard. They're always digging. And I've noticed that the jet dry would burn my hands a little bit, which I was like, okay, it has to be burning my kids' hands. So I came up with the creek drop, which is all natural surfactant that does the job of jet dry, if not better. And it doesn't sud it will bubble, but it will not sud.
Yeah.
If everybody, could think about when they put just a couple drops of jet dry in their totes, I can make that look like a bubble bath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Creek drop, I'm gonna do that. And then I came out with the spray bottle, which is what I have in my hands here. You can also treat your dream mats or your vortex mats for the gold cube with this, and you will not have any bubbles to scrub out with any type of brush. You squirt it on there and you run water, and it's time to go.
Which
Wow.
was on my live earlier today, because I did it about 3 times with every clean out.
Sweet. That's definitely cool. Because jet dry will bubble up a good little bit. And I've always had my little
That's for sure.
Mhm. That's an awesome product, man.
Yeah, ATC, or you can look at My Michigan Adventures today. His last video was of jet dry, and if you look in his tote, it's full of bubbles, and he barely used any jet dry.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, ATC gets a lot of bubbles.
well, he does that with Dawn. That's all Dawn dish soap. Yes,
Yeah.
that's all Dawn dish soap. But if you look at
Right.
My Michigan Adventures, his last video, that is just jet dry, and he used a little too much, and it bubbled. It's sudded. It's not the bubbles; it's suds. The suds is the problem. This will bubble up. I mean, I can get it bubble up right here in this bottle.
Right.
This is straight surfactant, concentrate. But when you get it in the water, that's when it will not sud. This will not sud, and if it does, my information is on every one of these labels. And if you get this, and if it suds up like jet dry, you call me or you email me, and we will make sure that you get something that doesn't, because it should not do that.
Sweet. Sweet.
And
Backs up
I
the
back
product.
100%. I back that up.
And I endorse it. As Deep North, I really do endorse it.
And I'm
Oh, my
sure
bad.
Jason endorses it just as well.
Yeah, my bad. Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, Jason here. These guys are big supporters. Not just because we're in Michigan, but it truly works. I mean, I never intended to sell this stuff, to be honest with you. I was just showing it off, and I showed it to Mike Pung. And as soon as I showed it to Mike Pung, and he was on the Red Dirt Nation, and he was asked about my product, it just blew up from there. So I've just been pretty much just going along with it, making sure I have the product to give to everybody else. and now we're on Prospector's Dream. I'm on High Plains out. I'm on
High Plains Prospecting.
Yeah, High Plains Prospecting. I'm on what is that called? The Treasure Trove.
Yeah.
It's Prospector's Treasure Trove. I'm in their store, and I also have my own website, the modernmichiganprospector.com. So I started on eBay. It's still on eBay, but I rather sell it off my website. But if wherever they find it, they can get it. It's everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. I've had the pleasure of meeting Mike Pung twice. So he's an awesome dude. So that's cool that you got hooked up with that and everything.
Yeah, Mike Pung's a totally awesome guy. I spent a weekend with him a couple months ago. We went to a gold show in Indiana, and I was selling Creek Drop and my stuff, and then I was helping him sell gold cubes and all his Mind Lab stuff and whatever. And Mike Pung is a very, very bright man. And
Mike Pung's
to
awesome.
be honest with you, he blows my mind just listening to him talk. Like, he's very, very bright. And,
Yep.
you know, when it comes to the gold, if you're not listening to Mike Pung, you're not finding it.
I guess that's what that slogan, cube it or use it. Awesome. Well, welcome Stacy 406 up to the panel, my good friend and chat moderator. Stacy, if you don't mind taking the duties of scrolling the chat, if you can, and field us some questions, because I'm going to be talking to these guys, and I'm going to only be able to pay a quarter of attention. I appreciate if you can kind of handle that a little bit.
One quick question: Can you are you able to put chat up on screen? Because I'm on my phone.
I'm on my phone too, so maybe I can switch back and forth, but I'll take my video part away if I do anything with that.
All right. Well, I'll try to do my best.
Okay, yeah, whatever you can, if you can. But, to have somebody else up here to kind of help somewhat handle things is much appreciated, because we might have to time out the Rock Butcher, because he's being quite ornery like a certain person named Mary.
No.
Of course, I'm only kidding, Rock. Hello, 403 Prospector Travis. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, Rock. I just had to throw that in there because my rock is bigger than your rock, but it just has no. We got Mrs. AM&P 17. Nightbot's been doing his job, so he's going to fill up the chat a little bit. I'm backtracking in the chat, guys, real quick, just to give you all an idea of what I'm doing. I saw Alaska Gold Hunter come in. He's been on my channel quite a number of times. Welcome, Alaska Gold Hunter.
Hey, 403.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on? What's up, Angie?
Alaska Gold Hunter, I've got to have a few conversations with him in and out of chat. That's a very bright man as well. I mean, he knows a lot about Alaska. He knows a lot about other areas because he's traveled it and he's prospected it. So.
Very good, very good.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, Calvin,
see you, bro. Thank you for being on the live earlier. Hey, Triple A, brother.
Since you got Jason right there, let's throw it to Jason real quick to step up and talk about his channel and things on his, and give him a little spotlight as well. So go ahead, Jason.
Not much to say. It's just a prospecting channel, and I get out when I can.
And your prospector channel is called Jason E. Minor Prospecting?
I think so. Yeah.
Jason E.
Golden Skull. Gold. Yeah, Jason E. Minor of Golden Skull.
Tell us about your Golden Skull hanger. It's awesome.
I know Jason's been around a lot of different chats and a lot of people's lives and everything else. He's good for he's active in the different giveaways, whether he's trying to win a giveaway or whether he's contributing to a giveaway. That glass jar there is you've done several pay dirts in that type of glass, haven't you, Jason?
I just started these, I think, fall last year.
October or November.
Yep. Then I got these. This is what I started out with.
Okay. Sweet. Sweet. I know I missed somebody. Johnny Small Pepper. I didn't get to acknowledge him. Welcome,
Johnny.
Johnny.
How's it going, brother?
Bye.
And of course, I already acknowledged Joe, the Bad Idea Lab.
You bet I did.
403, Angela.
Sheik, baby.
Hey, Travis.
Sticker.
We already said hello to you. All right, so that's all caught up with the chat. If I've missed anybody, I apologize. My chat is very, very small, even smaller than on YouTube on this phone device with StreamYard.
How's it going?
I was thinking on her.
Angela, how's it? Do it.
I cannot.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Angela. Hello, Angela.
Not either.
Welcome to the channel, Angela. Thank you for coming. Everybody, if you would, please share, share, and subscribe. And share this out if you would, of course, and everything. Go.
Hey, Jim, if
Yeah.
you will, mod Mrs. AM&P, Christine.
Oh no, that's a troublemaker. Heck no.
Only Stacy would say that.
Hey, to be fair, without her helping us out here, we wouldn't all be right here having everything that we
You
do.
got us all set up down here.
Yeah,
She pretty much
I
wants to
forgot
go.
with my phone, and she was just like, "Here, let's get it legit." And yeah,
What does she want to do? She's there with you guys, right? You can put her on there if she wants to come up. We'll say hello to her and I'll let her plug.
Behind the scenes.
she's still in charge.
He doesn't do much. She does a lot. I was going to say that way differently.
Yeah.
She does a lot on my channel. She helps me out a lot, but she's a lot behind the scenes. But she's doing her own thing on her little channel, and she's going to do a lot of stuff like with her garden and stuff. So it's just starting.
She's the tech supervisor.
Oh, she's definitely the superintendent.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's.
If I am on here, it's because she's allowing me to be, because the diggers, see, my 3 little diggers will keep me busy.
Speaking of my abilities, we have a couple of questions. Jason 403 wants to know where he can get your golden skull pater, or your doobie vial.
At the Golden Skull Prospecting @gmail.com. Be the best way to get a hold of me.
Absolutely.
And
Or I can fix
also,
them for you.
he thought Jake would be a lot taller than Jason.
Jason's a very tall guy. This guy right
I
here
was
is
gonna
6
say,
foot
he's
plus. I mean, it's the big boy.
He's like 6'3", easy. 6'2".
I mean,
Wow.
he's only 5'8". I'm a little guy.
Yeah.
Hey, watch out.
I'll
I'm
do this.
5'6".
I'll do this. I'll put the
Nice.
hat up higher. There we go.
And then
Maybe it's a little closer, stand up a little straighter, tippy toes.
I can squat.
Yeah, tippy toes and him squatting. There we go. Now it's
We got
more like
AAA in the house.
403.
AAA in the house.
I'm only like
Last in the welcome.
my at somewhere in that range. At least that was the last thing the doctor said. I don't know. I think me and you were pretty close.
I'm 5'8".
Sorry, not 5'9". Okay.
This is awesome and cool because I never expected to have a whole handful of people up because, YouTube only allows one at a time. And that's why I wanted to switch over to StreamYard where more people can come up. And how you get 3 and 1 on that end is beyond me. But
Short but strong.
It's because I'm super cool at being able to orchestrate many of us dirt lovers together.
Yeah, we all just happen to be here in my hometown. There guys are out there digging, and
To be fair, if Athens wasn't, right down the road, I probably would never see these dudes in person. I'll be honest. I got a great river by me, but Athens, I get to run my banker. So that's a lot more attractive to me.
And I gotta say too that it's one thing about cameras and everything. I'm sure this camera makes me look a lot bigger than I actually am, and I'm probably shorter than most all you guys there. So I'm only like 5'6", 5'7" myself.
I'm 5'6".
About the same height as my dad. Then
Okay, so
I
yeah,
don't know what's about
but,
cameras. I mean, I've met a lot of people on YouTube, flash in the pan, and I've met other people, even Tom from Midwest. I've met all these people, and they look a lot different in person than they do on the camera. It's the same person, but the features are different.
I'm only like 18 years old. The camera adds 10 or 30 years. Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, Carl. You're probably older than my dad by now.
Oh, man.
I'm only 25. Yeah,
Oh, well, life's just so bad to you, brother. You're gonna have to get some little bit of that dye for that hair.
No, I need a little more sun up here.
Oh, I've been searching for the silver fox look since I was 17.
Hey, you guys could trade just like we do Tater. So you could trade hair.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can. That's all on you.
Don't give it time. You're gonna have it before you know it. Well, okay. Well, that's fantastic. This has been a great start, considering how many drops and problems and little kinks there were from when I was first launching it off and everything. But we've got everybody here. We've got 2 extra guests here. This is just awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. And everybody in chat there, hello for whomever we've missed. If you would, please share this out. And for those that haven't, please go and subscribe to all of these channels, my channels. Like the videos, give us some watch hour time with the playlists. Help us to get to 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours. We can offer membership. That's the goal of my 2 channels, Muscle Mining as well as Muscle Love 2 PR. And thank you so much, everyone. Well, we're going to go ahead and switch over and get over to Jake because I don't want to take a heck of a lot of time with you guys. Y'all there having fun together. And let's go ahead and interview Jake and get into that process and get these like 7 different points talked about and see what he's got to say about everything. And we'll gather together for one last go around and then we'll say our goodbyes to each other and then we'll look forward to the next time. So,
sorry if I sprung having all the other dudes on the channel with you, but
absolutely awesome, bro. That's absolutely awesome. It's great that you had some of the other guys there because it's all about sharing. It's all more the merrier, you know. The only thing you might not want to do is share your gold that you got today, but I mean,
I actually haven't done the cleanup yet for it. I wish I would have, but I haven't done the cleanup yet. I will be doing the cleanup for today's stuff. Oh, geez. I don't know. It'll probably be about 2 weeks, honestly. If I'm being honest, I'm about 2 weeks behind at least on videos. I'm still working on the video from when me, Calvin, Modern Michigan, Mrs. M&P, Bonnie from Adventure Prospecting, and John from Adventure Prospecting, when we all met up about 2 weekends ago, I believe it was, at Athens, same place I was today. But I really suck at being on top of video editing lately, just because work is so busy. So yeah.
Well, you know the deal about gold mining when you're out there actually running material. That as the weather gets warm into the season, that we can actually dig into the ground.
Exactly.
The warm season is all about collecting material, and bucketing it away until winter shows up, and that's when you usually start the process.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a Parker Schnabel end of the season, just whole, like whole pan full. Yeah. I could probably manage a whole pan full of garnets, but gold. I might have a half a smiley.
Sweet.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you're ready, let me go ahead and get started with you then, because because I checked out your channel, of course, earlier before, but with your channel, you're pretty much in agreement. Yeah, Stacy's got some of your handiwork there that he was showing off.
Yeah, thank you, Stacy.
And we're going to definitely get talking about that in just a few minutes. But let me start with your channel. One of the things that I really glean off of it, of course, it does have to do with your sticker as well, is that you are an adventure seeker. And I don't know of too many prospectors that are not adventure seekers. So how'd you get started with being an adventurer?
I grew up. Sorry, go ahead. I'm not trying to cut you off.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. How'd you get into adventure?
Yeah, it was just while you had mentioned it and while I have it in my mind, because ADHD is a wonderful thing. I really got exposed to the whole adventuring, fishing, just going places other people don't generally go. Via my dad. I mean, he's a very big proponent of the hey, let's go hit a river and fish and just have a whole bunch of fun. And my grandfather was actually the same way. My grandfather was the first one that kind of introduced me to what gold prospecting was, really. I didn't know anything about it until I was about 7 to 9 years old. I would guess somewhere in that range. And my grandfather had a pan and all that. He wound up picking it up in World War II, actually, somewhere over in the Alps, as far as I know. He wound up just kind of as off-duty time. He would play around in some of the streams in the Alps with some of the locals. So yeah.
Sweet. We're going to have to get Lieutenant Immelman up here and talk to him because he's in Germany, and I was stationed in Germany for 2 years, and I had a trip I took through the Alps and into Austria and all. Going to see the Eagle's Nest and Mozart's House and castles all throughout Bavaria and in went to Austria and everything else. So yeah, pretty awesome. They definitely got some gold out there they don't talk about.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, I don't know a whole lot about any other countries or anything, obviously, but definitely getting to hear just even hearing the stories about what my grandfather used to do. It was like, that is awesome. I definitely want to get just a little experience of this. And one of the first things that I wound up actually finding in my very first gold pan with my grandpa when I was around 10 years old was a Civil War era button. It was brass, but it looked gold. And I was like, hey. Yeah.
Awesome.
On my back.
Yeah. I wish my dad was able to do a lot of things with me. He was mostly non-existent in my early years of my life. And to hear stories like that, brings a longing to me that I never had. But, later on in my life, we managed to kind of connect a little bit more, though we never shared the same interest until it came to the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt. And that's one of the things we got to share in common and started to have some somewhat bonding time, though I was still in Colorado and he was in Mississippi. So we weren't together until I had to come and take care of him for those last couple of years ago. So we really caught up on a lot of missed time. But yeah, I never had a dad figure or my grandfather ever took us out and did things like that. I wished I kind of had that, but
I mean, my grandpa only took me out maybe 2 or 3 times. He wasn't he wasn't a very free man as far as having off time goes. He worked for the local townships like school system. So he was janitor, he was school bus driver, he was one of the, like, I don't remember exactly what you call it, but like a technician for the school that would help like with the boiler and the electrical system and all that stuff, security system.
Okay.
He was basically your jack of all when it came to working at school there. And I mean, he just honestly, I have nothing but reverence for the man. He was an amazing individual, very stoic, very inspiring as a young man. That definitely, like, I want to be like this guy. So that's kind of where it spurred off for me. Don't be weak, don't be soft. Get out there. If you want to experience something, have fun. If you want to learn how to do something, do it. You know?
Sweet. Thank you,
That's
Rock
kind of my
Butcher.
lifestyle.
Well, watching the Nate likes. Thank you so much for helping us keep up with that, Rock. That's much appreciated. Yeah, that's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, my grandfather was when I was young, he was a logger, and ran skidders and dozers and all that, and we spent a lot of weekends with him and the families. So he was a big influencer on my grandfather was on me. He actually was the first guy that I'd ever seen welding, and it fascinated me. And
Awesome.
did it all through high school, got jobs, became an underwater welder, so kind of a big influence on my.
Props to that too. I went to school for welding in high school, doing like what do you call it? It was OTech was the school, but it was like a like a technical campus for high school individuals to learn a trade. For all of us that weren't great with having straight A's, more hands-on people.
Hey, what's that?
We wound up kind of jumping into that, and it helped me with learning a lot of the engineering design, a lot of the welding and fabrication and all of that stuff. It all ties in to really my passion for the prospecting, because I mean, part of prospecting to me is being able to go out in woods with damn near nothing, find junk and make yourself a sluice, or go out there, have somebody that'll source you maybe a 50-gallon drum, but then you got to figure out how in the heck to make a trommel.
Exactly
the old school kind of mindset of it's not a consumer. Let's buy it to get it, to have it and use it till it's dead, and then we'll just throw it away and buy a new one. I like very much so. I like the idea of being able to build and have and get what I need. That's how I got into the gemstone. I'm absolutely not a wealthy individual. So I mean, myself, it's like I want to have a gemstone, a beautiful gemstone. I can either go to a jeweler and spend whatever, 1,000, 10,000, whatever on a gemstone, or I can get the same thing for a few, maybe a couple $100, few $100, cut it myself, and have whatever I want.
Right.
Alaska Gold Hunter was saying that welding. Oh yeah, that's what I do.
Nice, AAA.
Nothing better than that piece of slag that drops down on top of your foot and melting through your sock.
I hate that.
You're halfway through that weld, and you just stand there and let it burn until it finally cools off, and you finish that weld, and then you yell.
Oh yeah, I remember doing the stick welding, learning stick welding on 1/4 inch, or no, it was 1/2 inch actually, and 1/2 inch plate steel, and having a nice size spatter come up over my helmet, and it went right down my back, and it was like, I can't stop, just keep going. So I had the good old melting steel rolling down my back all the way down.
Or down your ear hole.
Oh yeah, I've had that one too. Yeah.
That's why, I learned early in life welding. When in doubt, you put an earplug in. It'll bounce around and melt into the earplug, and you're fine.
Yeah. That's where I started getting into using headphones or the earbuds all the time.
Rock Butcher just made an interesting comment. He said, or you could know a geologist who has access to first-tier diamond sellers and get what you want for about 20% of the retail price.
Yeah.
Well, so let me put it to you this way: 20% of a $20,000 stone is still like $2,500, or I can get the raw stone myself for about $300, cut it for free, and have it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So you tell me.
We're going to get towards the lapidary and gemstoning in just a couple of minutes, because that's always been an outside interest of mine as well, though I never got to actually pursue that. But let's talk about your long list of hobbies there, Jake. You've got a long hobbies that I counted at least 7, including the lapidary and gems. So
Okay.
you got fly fishing, which you kind of talked about.
Oh yeah, I love
hunting.
fishing. I mean, fishing in general. I actually started off doing pier fishing with my dad. Just like we have a fish here that you can get in southwest Michigan, on Lake Michigan. It's called a skamania. It's a type of lake run rainbow trout, and they get about the size of a pretty well grown Alaskan king salmon, like up to about 30 pounds. But the difference is that they will jump out of the water like a freshwater marlin, and that's what we joke around and call them, as freshwater marlins. But that was my first intro into fishing, really, was that. And then over the years, I've kind of fallen in love more so with the fly fishing. It's just a lot more peaceful. You know, I'm getting older and all that. So being out there just reefing on, the poles, trying to bring something in that's, a third of my weight or so is, a little something. But being out in the rivers, getting to just enjoy the peace, enjoy the woods, enjoy the sound of the river itself. That's what I've really fallen in love with. And then the fly fishing led into, hey, I'm seeing a lot of good looking gravels and stones.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. You were out fly fishing for good spots to go gold mining.
Exactly, yeah. Like generally, if I go out fly fishing or if I go out gold prospecting, either or, I bring my backpack with me. I got all my pans, my little mini sleuths, whatever in there, just for prospecting to find a good spot. But then I also usually will attach on the side my 4-piece fold up fly fishing rod, and then on the other side I'll have one of my little packs of hand sewn tie flies that I do tie up myself. And it was just another, hey, I can go and spend $3 on a fly, or I can make it for 17 cents myself.
Wow, yeah.
So I enjoy being able to go and buy a spool of the right stuff and, pick a little, cotton out of the side of a pillow or something like that I'm getting ready to throw away, or, go and get a bird feather that fell in my yard and, strip some of the quill off of it and turn that into a fly. It was one of those things that, like, it's not just about the going out in nature and being able to be part of nature, but it was also about being able to have a little bit of my art or myself, my own being put into the passion that I have. Take it easy, brother. Fun. Absolutely.
So where did the hunting come in?
Hunting, that was actually something that I kind of had as a little bit of a, just kind of about wanted to give it a try. It happened a number of years ago. Me and a few of my friends, I don't even know, geez, I was maybe 2 years out of high school, something like that. 'Cause my dad was not a big hunter, but like at all. He'd been out a few times with some of his buddies, but never really a big hunter kind of guy. And I had a few buddies that I went to high school with, still, best friends from high school. And they were like, hey, my uncle's got a deer camp. You want to come up? And I was like, sure, why not? I'll borrow my dad's 12 gauge. I'll come up and have some fun. went up, froze my butt off, didn't even see a deer, but I had a lot of fun on the trip. So I was like, hey, you know, why not? Let's keep doing this. You know, maybe I'll get to actually see a deer. It was more of the adventure of the hunt. And that's what a lot of my stuff is the adventure of the unknown. You know, that's kind of why I went with the deep north adventures instead of deep north prospecting, is because I don't care if it's prospecting, I don't care if it's fishing, I don't care if it's hunting, I don't care if it's gem hunting, I don't care if it's just going out on a backpacking hike. I don't care if it's going and just walking down a trail for the day because I had a long ass day at work. It's still an adventure, getting to see something new. And that's why I wound up putting as my slogan in one of my stickers is adventures in your DNA. Because it really is. I mean, you're either somebody that loves to find the unknown and experience it, or you're somebody that doesn't.
Sweet. Let me take a quick pause here for just a second. 403 Prospector, Travis, you've got my email. If you're talking to me about that little idea that you got or whatever, just email me, brother. Or if you're talking to Rock Butcher, because we're both known as Jim, yeah, you should have my email for sure. So yeah, just drop me a line and we'll see what you got going there, my man. So, okay. So yeah, Jake, back to you. So we've covered basically the prospecting because you said that was, you know, your grandfather and all that getting you out there. So what about the rock hounding side of it?
I mean, I've always been into rocks and enjoying that, and just, you know, I mean, that's part of the ADHD thing. Ooh, shiny, you know. not to simplify it, but I mean to, like, you know, I'm the golden retriever of humans, you know. Ooh, squirrel, you know. It's just if I see something shiny, I love it. I want to take a look at it and examine it further and see what's, you know. But that's the thing is it went from I just want to see what it's about, like see what it is, you know, really look at it and then toss it back on the ground. It went from that to I want to know what the geological effect is that makes this happen. I want to know what the science is behind it so that I know what other identifying factors I can look for to find more of it. You know, if I find something that I really dig, it's you know, it's something that I'm going to want to find more. Dig, no pun intended, but like, you know, if it's something that I'm really into and I'm like, dang, this is a cool looking gemstone, or this is something I've never seen before. You know, if I want to see more of it, I like finding the science of it.
Thank you for the time check there, Rock. Appreciate you keeping up with that for us.
And 403, by the way, 1.28, I believe, is what I wound up. It's the final.
Nice.
Yeah, for one gram, I can't complain about an extra, basically 0.3. That's fantastical. And not to mention, there was like two really awesome, good size, probably I'd say half or third ounce silver coins, a whole bunch of amethyst, a whole bunch of peridot, and a whole bunch of other rocks that I don't know yet, but I'm going to be looking into.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely a badass bag. If you guys are looking for a cool bag that has
good stuff,
a bunch of random stuff in it that's like really cool, definitely.
So to go back to your long list of hobbies there, so you briefly mentioned with hiking. Was that something that just been and all came along with the fishing and the hunting idea thing and all that, or did you have a specificity to go and tackle big hikes? Like in Colorado, we have this thing where you've got like 56 peaks that are over 14,000 feet, and everybody wants to go and try and knock out that list of 14ers.
No, I mean, I'm not more of a peak hunter, so to say, in the backpacking community, or in the that would be not backpacking community. That would be more of like a mountaineering community, versus, you know, people that are out as essentially like modern day survivalists. That's more of what backpacking is. Especially ultralight backpacking. If you're getting into ultralight backpacking, that means you literally have all your cookware, all your sleepwear, all your housing, all your clothes, all of everything on your back. And typically you want to have it weigh less than like 30 to 40 pounds. And I mean, 30 to 40 pounds would be in ultralight backpacking. That would be like a very, very, very heavy pack. Typically ultralight backpacking, they're talking, I mean, I've seen some people that are out doing like the Appalachian Trail, over 1,000 miles worth of trail. They're doing with like 17 pounds of
Yeah.
complete and full living utensils.
17 pounds? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, and you can figure like at the average tent, like if you were to be going to, let's just say Walmart to pick up an average, normal person's, I'm going out for the weekend, camp tent, one of those, just a regular 2-person one from them is 10 pounds ish, 8, 10 pounds.
I was gonna
Maybe
say
7.
7.
Yeah, 7 to 10 pounds.
You get a
somewhere in
little
there.
one-person pop-up, you know what I mean,
Well,
or
that's a little
whatever.
one-person pop-up. I'm talking something that's big enough that you can fit more than yourself, like yourself plus your
Right,
gear
okay.
inside of them. Because I mean, if you're out backpacking, typically you at least want to have your main rain fly, or some people enjoy using like a tarp system
Right.
that they put over their tent. But you want to have some kind of a tent with mosquito netting. If you're in an area like up here, temperate rainforest, Michigan area, you're going to want to have some kind of a tarp system that goes underneath your tent. And a lot of companies that make the tents make a specific drop tarp for your tent. And then you'll have a rain fly, you'll have spikes. Some people will have wires that go for theirs for making it all taut and everything like that.
Wow.
And if you're going general purpose, like through Walmart or something, like your minimum weight, like 2-person, is 7 pounds. But I'm talking a tent that's potentially bigger than that you can get, that's made out of these, new space age materials and such that are, it's a 3-person tent, but it only weighs like 3.5 pounds. So
Wow, that's crazy.
Throwing that in your backpack with a few spikes and one pole that it uses for it, it greatly reduces your weight, and it makes it a lot easier to go a lot longer distance. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of hacks to being able to get a really lightweight backpack when you're out backpacking.
And then plus, if you're hiking with friends too, you can trade loads. I'll carry.
Not
I'll
usually
carry for 2 days.
Not
you
usually if
carry
you're
for
also
2
like
days.
backpacking. If you're also like backpacking, each person carries their own food, their own clothes, their own sleeping.
Well,
quarters. That's what the ultralight. Now, if you're general camping, with like a group of people, absolutely. If you're, let's hike 5 miles today and, set up camp, and we're going to camp there for 3 days and fish or whatever. Sure. Absolutely. Having one person that's carrying a 50-pound pack that gets to be, divided up between 3 people over that 5 or 10 miles. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that are doing the ultralight backpacking, they're either solo backpacking or might maybe have one other person with them. So, and it's generally about the being able to be alone and self-sufficient on your own.
And then the other thing is, oh, excuse me. They have the refill stops during, or areas during the Appalachian Trail. And
if you're oh God, what do they call them? I believe some of the terminology that I've heard before was like cloud drop babies. So these people that go out, they'll hike their, 10 or 15 miles in a day, but then they have somebody that had a package shipped to whatever town that they determined they were going to get to,
Right.
that has all their food, all their, cooking
Well, yeah, that,
utensils for the day,
that makes
whatever.
sense,
Yeah, those are cloud drop babies where we don't like true ultralight backpackers. You don't do that. That's an absolute cheat, and that is not considered true ultralight backpacking. If you're
but
true
you're not gonna
ultralight
hike the Appalachian
backpacking,
Trail with a
everything that you
17-pound pack the whole way.
yeah, everything that you could fit in your pack is what I would take going if I were to backpack from here to Alaska. Just backpacking, no roads, I don't want to say no roads, but no driving, no getting airdrops, no getting any of the other stuff of like having the, the little fill-up stations at, REI or whatever else along the way. I'm talking the true nitty gritty, old school style, like what you got in your pack is what you got. If you want more food, you hunt it. If you want more, whatever, you find it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch topics for us, if y'all don't mind, just so we can push on a little more,
yeah.
and we can, finish up with any lingering questions. But now I definitely want to approach the lapidary gemstone direction with you, Jake, because a lot of us have noticed that that's a big, big thing that you are all about and into these days and everything else. So where did that come from? And yes, the awesome work that you did for Stacy there. I've seen that a couple of times over. I think he showed a picture of that as well. Talk about that.
We end up doing the same thing.
Yeah, but talk about the lapidary and gemstone thing that you've gotten into now, as opposed to earlier stuff.
I've been into it for, to be fair, like I've been into the idea of being able to cut my own gemstones and make my own jewelry since I was in middle school. I always thought it was a cool thing. It actually spurred from wanting to get my mom a Mother's Day gift one year and realizing that, at 13 years old, being able to get my mom a nice golden necklace would have cost me about $900 at that point in time. And it was like, well, what in the freaking heck? Like, it's just a rock and it's just some metal. But that kind of spurred me into the realizing the values of some of these things and being like, okay, hey, I really need to just learn more about this. So I started my journey learning about gemstones and everything at Lord, 13, 14, 15 years old. That was where I started getting into it. I didn't really dive in headlong and everything till just about 5-6 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. But within the last 10 years, less than 10 years for sure, it's when I really started looking at it as like, what can I do on my own, and then I started actually learning more about like the geology helped me with understanding the refractive indexes. It helped me with learning the chemical makeups. It helped me with being able to learn the general locations, because that's a big thing too, is a gem's value is not just based on the quality of the gem, it's based on what location it come from. Like you could have a freaking immaculate, perfect color, pigeon blood ruby, 3 to 10 karat from, let's say, North Carolina. That's going to be maybe a 10, 15, maybe absolute utmost $20,000 stone. Now, if you have that exact same gemstone from Burma and hadn't been heated, hadn't been treated in any way, things like that, because that's a big thing too to look out for with especially colored gemstones, is treatments. Whether that be heating, dyeing, oiling, all these other things. There's a huge laundry list of things to watch out for. But the general ones that are considered non-organic treatments, non-natural effects of the gemstone growing would be like heating. So similar thing with like the Montana sapphires. If you get a very pale corn blue sapphire, it's like, yeah, all right, you know, it's cool, it's all right, it's light bluish green, whoop-de-doo. You know, you cut it, all right, maybe it's like a $500 stone. Woo. You take that same 2-carat Montana sapphire, you heat treat it, and it turns into a beautiful royal blue. You're looking at a $30,000 stone, maybe a $70,000 stone, even. You know,
Wow.
it exponentially grows the value.
Wow.
Now, there's all kinds of different things. Like, I mean, the top cost gemstone in the world for carat weight to location and all that involved is ruby, in my opinion. That being said, alexandrite is another amazing one, which is actually my birthstone.
Wow.
Yeah,
Shameless pig.
alexandrite. There is and I'm going to shout out this dude that has nothing to do with our community here, but I really dig his channel. It's Tracks NYC Jewelry. He wound up doing a little meet and greet, I guess you would call it, with one of the local gem dealers in New York that he knows. And the guy showed him this alexandrite that, I mean, it was probably I don't know, it's say 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch stone. If you were to be just looking at it, that's a big ass stone. I mean, you're talking 70 carats plus, 40 to 70 carats plus.
That's huge.
It was a $40 million stone because of the rarity of the stone being that large.
Wow.
Now, same thing with the Burmese ruby. Burmese rubies, if you can find one these days that's no heat, no treatment, just oiled, even a 3-carat stone, like a 3-carat stone the size of my pinky fingernail, or smaller even yet than that, is $100,000 to $300,000 potentially.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's ridiculous seeing the value that some of these gemstones have, but it kind of makes sense once you actually get into it. So, I mean, if you look at it from the outside perspective, us, you know, we're blue collar workers. We look at it and we're like, it's a freaking colored rock. Why is it worth more than a house? Well,
Right.
if you look at the rarity of it, there's only 20 of them in the entire world. Well, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes it a heck of a lot more rare to actually be able to get one, which makes it a lot more interesting to a lot more people. So
Just like the rarity of red beryl. Yep.
exactly, yeah. But red beryl, fixed bite, is not as enticing as, say, a ruby. And that's
Right.
more so because there are, and the big thing is, like, everybody knows of big spike, red beryl. Oh, it's Utah, it's Utah, it's Utah, it's only Utah, it's single origin, it's so valuable. Well, there's a lot of factors that go into that, okay? Like, emerald is what's considered a class 3 gemstone. So class 3 gemstone is a gemstone that is expected to have a lot of fractures. It's expected to have a lot of imperfections and a lot of inclusions, like, you know, like graphite or what have you inside of it. So to have one that has very little of that makes it have more value. Whereas to have something like a diamond that's a class 1 gemstone, it's extremely common. It's stupidly common. If anything, I would say that the industry is flooded with regular, clear gem, you know, gem quality or high gem quality, VS2, you know, E-color, whatever, gemstones that are diamonds that don't have inclusions, that don't have, you know, they consider them colorless, which is meaning they have just a very clear white presentation. You get the full spectrum of rainbow color coming back from them. To find one
I'm
of
sure,
those,
I'm sure Rock Butcher can talk on a lot of the geochemical points and everything about with all these different minerals and
yeah.
gems
Sorry,
and everything. Yeah,
I get on
he's
a
the
rant with these
geochemical.
things.
Oh, you're good, man.
Yeah. And Rock Butcher had told me that you had mentioned that you wanted to ask about chemistry and genesis of some of the deposits that you were interested in, and that it's okay for me to let you know to connect y'all so you can get in touch with him about those kinds of things. So we'll get you connected, Rock Butcher.
Yeah, if you go onto my YouTube channel, look up or go into the bio, the main section. It'll have in there my email address and whatever else. If you want to hit me up and ask me anything about anything, as long as I know about it, I'll be happy to, you know, relay the information. If it's not something I know about it, give me a week, I'll know about it.
All right, so
Well,
here's a question. Let's say, you know, the garnets you did for me. When you get the raw stone, you know, you look at it, how do you approach to figure out the best way to cut it? You know, does it just kind of speak
It's
to
very
you, or
no,
does it just
it's very dependent. Like, it's dependent on the type of gemstone for one, obviously, because like rubies, if you're gonna cut a ruby, you can't just take the hexagonal gemstone and cut it hexagonal top. You have to find the angle of incurrence on that. So in other words, the angle that the gemstone is clearest and has the least inclusion lines going through it. Because there's no such thing as a ruby or a sapphire, any corundum. And that's when I say corundum, I mean sapphires of any color or rubies of any color or and pretty much sapphires and rubies. But like beryl is the family. The gemstone itself, you got emeralds, you got aquamarine, you got topaz, you got, you know, a whole slew of different gemstones that fit inside of that singular category. I always laugh when I hear somebody say green amethyst. It's like, no, it's not green amethyst, it's chrysolite. Chrysolite is green quartz. Purple quartz is amethyst. Citrine is yellow quartz. Regular white quartz is quartz. Like, you know, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors when it comes to what each thing is and what its actual value is and how much, you know, its rarity is. Because if you can hide the value behind the name, like saying chrysolite, well, that sounds like it's a legit ass gemstone.
Oh yeah.
Well, when you find out it's just green quartz, people are like, well, it's quartz. There's like billions and billions and billions of metric tons of quartz everywhere. I don't care where you go. There's billions of tons of quartz. You could go to the bottom of the ocean. You can go to the peaks of the Himalayas. There's a lot of freaking quartz. Quartz is the most abundant mineral on Earth. So,
well, yeah, look at all the quartz sand, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
The beach sand, it's all quartz.
Most sand on Earth is quartz based. Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole thing of like, you know, figuring out. And I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank now on what the original question was, but
I was just asking, how do you approach a gem just to, you know, look at it and
right. Thank you for helping me with that. I had another little ADHD rant go off there, but so like depending on the gemstone that you're going for the angled inference, you're going for the shear lines that are in the gemstone. You're going for what has the best color, what has the ability to have the shape or the shape, the clarity, and the least inclusions with being able to cut the stone that you're expecting and hoping to cut, which is why, Stacy, when I sent you the gemstones that I sent you, as far as the garnets go, there's not just one shape of garnet in there. There's multiple different shapes of garnet. You know, and there are multiple different sizes too. Like you can use the exact same cut diagram. Like say you wanted to do a regular oval cut.
Good night, Rob.
You can
Have
do
a good night,
all
Rob.
sorts of different
Another
sizes.
time. Rock Butcher is leaving.
Take it easy, Butcher. Feel free to give me a shout out if you want, or not
yeah.
shout out, but a shout. But
So
yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of factors involved with it, but it's basically just looking for the most ideal angle, the most ideal color, and the most ideal clarity.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's
These
like
are so
a thing
beautiful.
with gemstones. It's the 4 C's: cut, clarity, cut, clarity, consistency, or something like that. And then there's another one, but I don't remember it at the moment. But yeah, it's basically like the 3 main things to look for.
These are
4
so,
main things.
they're so beautiful, man. Thank you very, very
I'm
much.
very happy.
hello, Mary. How you doing? Good to see you in the
for you.
live stream, Mary. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming,
Jake,
guys.
how long have you been cutting?
For fun or professionally? Or semi-professionally, I guess I should say.
So in other
For
words,
fun?
you've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, for fun, I've been dinking around with, polishing gems or polishing stones, and I started off, believe it or not, I started off with a Michigan greenstone about 15 years ago, and with a piece of 600 grit wet dry sandpaper. You get it wet and you just do circles. And eventually you get through the outer crust and it starts to polish down, and you start seeing that turtleback look to it, and it's like, oh, this is cool, there's actually something there. And then you keep on going with 800,000 grit, 1,500, 2,000 grit, and eventually you wind up with a stone that you're like, hey, this is cool and I could sell it.
Whatever you do, don't read Mary's comment, Jake.
Wow.
It's Mary. You have to read them.
I was gonna say. Oh yes.
We have to read them unless James is.
The sharp cheddar, Mary. The sharp cheddar only. No, actually, I'm a big fan of Swiss cheese. If we were to be going there, because I'm a little bit of a cheese connoisseur too.
So I want to ask you one last question to the long list of hobbies thing, which we basically have covered. So
Yeah,
the
there's a
final
lot
question.
more than what's involved in my sticker or my channel.
So if you had to pick one out of these different things we talked about: fly fishing, hunting, prospecting, rock hounding, hiking, lapidary, gemstones, what do you like to do the most? If you had to pick one.
That's a tough
I know
one.
it's a hard
Really tough one. I would have to say prospecting, because prospecting doesn't just involve gold.
Right.
If you're prospecting for nutrients, you're prospecting for minerals, you're prospecting for viable timberlands, you're prospecting for gems, you're prospecting for gold, you're prospecting for platinum, iridium, what have you. There's a billion different avenues that you can go with prospecting, literally
Ancient.
a billion different avenues, versus trying to narrow down to just one avenue. Nah, Like, that's not my thing. Like prospecting, I would be able to do the backpacking. I would be able to do the adventuring. I'd be able to do the searching for minerals. Like prospecting is an all-encompassing hobby.
It's the loophole.
Yeah, it is a loophole, literally. Prospecting is a very wide term. It is
I've been
what
like
you make of it. I
I've
could be
always liked
prospecting for more sunlight.
multiple skill sets involved in it and everything. So I'm like that as well too.
Be right back.
Exactly.
Hit the bathroom.
Okay. So that sounds a pretty good list of what you've got there and everything. So if you would take a quick minute, would you go ahead and talk about your channel? What's the intent? What's your intention with your channel? Where do you see it going in the next couple of years and all that? And
honestly, my channel is just a documentary, a recording of my life's events, what I like to do, and what I find interesting. If other people like it and find it interesting too, come on, enjoy, be part of the adventure. You don't like it, there's the door. You know, I'm a very no nonsense individual. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, sorry, I'm not for you. You know, I have a very large list of things I love to do, a very, very large list, to the point it has annoyed and excluded a lot of people in my life. But I'm not going to give it up because it's who I am. And
Right.
who I am is somebody that likes to experience the world around me, you know? And I hope that everybody else can find the enjoyment in the world around them, just like I do around me.
nifty. Well, your channel currently, as before we started the live stream on your channel, I see that it says that you were at 206 subscribers. You've got 40 videos, you've got 4 live streams, and you've got 2 playlists and 6 posts on your channel.
Yeah.
So
I don't do a lot.
where do you see your channel going in the next couple of years as far as things go?
As far as it growing and stuff, I mean, in 6 years, I would love to be at, if I'm 200 in the first year, I'm going to say I'd like to be at 1,200 in 6 years. I'm not, you know, greedy. I am not trying to make this something that is blowing up and being crazy or anything like that. But I think hoping for, you know, maybe 200 subscribers a year, because I'm not too far off from my 1 year. You know, 200 subscribers in a year, I'd be more than happy with that. I would be extremely grateful. I'm very modest individual as far as, you know, any of this stuff goes. I'm not seeking fame. I'm not seeking riches. I'm not seeking glory. I have a very wonderful industry that I'm actually licensed in, and that is my main source of income. This is just me sharing with the world what I love to do. So I would hope it grows, but if it doesn't, I'm not going to get my feelings hurt either way.
So everyone, let me at least plug for Jake that let's get his channel. We're not going to say blowed up, but let's get some subscribers to his channel. At 206, we can certainly, you know, get another 100 in there, you know, for him being gracious enough to come and be interviewed on my channel here and everything. So let's get him above 206 subscribers. Go to Deep North Adventures and check him out. He's got a lot of great things he does. You heard a lot of what he has said tonight, or you've listened to this on the replay. Great person, great at what he does. Let's get him a lot more subscribers and get him shared out and give him a thumbs up and everything, and tell him that Asakura Mining and Prospecting and 406 Miner sent you to him. And definitely check it out.
I can only subscribe once.
But
Yeah, I
So,
mean, my biggest closing statement, if I'm gonna make one really quick, would be if you have something you're passionate about, don't be afraid to learn about it. Like the information's out there. I mean, I learned 70% of what I know through YouTube. And then the other 30% I've learned through just research, just interest. If you're passionate about anything, I don't care what it is. It could be stitching, it could be anything. If you are interested in it, search it. If you're wanting to learn more about it, learn more about it. If it winds up being a dead end, don't let it discourage you. Just keep on going. There's always going to be something new to learn. There's always
Yeah, if it's
more to enjoy.
If it's a dead end, you know what? Circle around it. Think of it differently, how to approach the problem or
Exactly.
the question. And then another door opens and,
Yep.
you go further.
Absolutely. Knowledge is a disposable resource. The more you learn, the more you can use in a situation of need.
Oh, I'm so full of useless information. It's scary.
I like to tell people that too. I'm a plethora of useless information.
Oh yeah.
well, I've asked all the questions that I had written down to basically ask you, and we've covered a good wealth of things. You've been very gracious to answer all these questions and everything, gracious of giving your time, and I greatly appreciate that. I'm going to turn over if there's any last few questions that Stacy has that he would like to ask.
Absolutely.
I'm going to let him go for a few more minutes with you, and I'm going to try and scroll through the chat and see if there's any remaining questions, and then we'll get ready to say our goodbyes.
Well, I've been watching, and
absolutely.
Here's
Don't forget to hit that
golden
like
question.
button,
The golden question I always ask any and every interviewee, I guess.
Yeah.
Money was not an object.
Where would it
go? You know the question.
I know the shtick. I know the shtick. No. Where would I go? That is a really, really, really tricky one, being the wealth of understanding of different places and different things to get to do.
You think you got a gold prospecting or being a gem cutter.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously,
that, or,
if it was a gemstone thing, and that's the thing for me too. If it was a gemstone thing, Burma, Sri Lanka, something like that. If it was gold, Alaska, the Siberian tundra, maybe, which is one that I know that a lot of people don't know about, but there is a ever-loving Teflode of gold in the Siberian tundra, but there's not a lot of people or companies that actually want to go there. With fully understandable. I really don't want to go there myself, but if I wanted to go there to actually try to get a lot of gold, that would be one of the places to go. I mean, beyond that, for the adventure end of things, I've always dreamed about being able to go to the Yucatan Peninsula to get to see the Mayan pyramids.
That's an incredible bucket list, man.
Yeah, man. I've got a bucket list that's a mile long, and I'll never get to live it out. But hey,
if somebody has
a man can dream.
Comments.
What's that?
If somebody has a link for Jake's channel, Deep North Adventures, please drop it in the chat. I can't break away from it. It will kick me out.
Yeah, no, nobody has asked anything because
yeah, I'm a pretty straightforward individual. I'm pretty easy to read. Either you like my stuff or you don't.
Well, okay, one more other question for you.
What's that?
You ever got a hinkling to come to Montana? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Actually, buddy, To be fair, I was actually just looking at a job in Bozeman.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's a little north.
I'm contemplating it. I'm really contemplating it because it's in the same industry I'm in, arboriculture, but it's a significant pay hike from from what I'm
hey, Bozeman.
doing now. But I look at it this way too. If I get there and I have a good job, then on any and every one of my freaking days off, I'm probably gonna be hitting you up, being like, "Hey, what's up with Spider Mine?"
Yeah. Bozeman, isn't that far away.
I know it's not. We've talked about it before.
So, Bozeman's closer than Billings, and Billings is, we won't talk about that one, but
Yeah, Bozeman, I look at it this way. If I'm in Bozeman, if I'm in Montana in general, I don't give a flying hoot if I'm in the northeast corner, northwest corner, southeast, southwest corner, or dead dang down center. I'm a hell of a lot closer to all of the things that I would love to pull out of the ground than what I am here in Michigan.
wait. There's no gold in Montana.
Yeah, no, but Utah is really close.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know where in the conversation this came up, but Alaska Gold Hunter was asking when can he send his Oregon Sunstones.
Alaskan Gold Hunter?
Yeah, Alaska Gold Hunter.
Gold Hunter. Sorry. I was thinking Alaskan Assassin. I'm like, when did you get Oregon Sunstones?
I think he got some.
I mean, I've got a laundry list of gems. I've got a laundry list of gemstones to get through at this point, but I would be happy to take them in. Every single gemstone that I get from anybody gets a name, a label, a date, all that on it. Before I even categorize or catalog it in my inventory. I'm still working through some sunstones from Stacy, what is it? Nick? 40
Yeah. 406. Prospecting 406.
Prospecting 406, thank you. I'm still working through some of his sunstones that he gave me. They have proven to be a little bit of pain in the undercarriage. A little pain in the undercarriage. Just
You be careful. Don't use the married terms or Nightbot will get on you.
What?
Be careful of your terms. If you use married terms, Nightbot will get on you.
Hey, I'm up here. Nightbot's down there, so.
Yeah.
Mary doesn't like
down there all at once, but I'm on panel, so. Oh. What
Nightbot can go.
Yeah, no, the sunstones are proving to be a little tricky. It's my first time going through sunstones ever. The ones that Nick sent me, like I've been interested in them for 4 years at least, ever since I found out about them. I'm like, ooh, I want to go out and get some and try it myself and try cutting them. And it's just an awesome idea of like something clear that's on the something that's clear on the outside and something that's like blue or red or green or what have you on the inside. But the actual factual hands-on portion of trying to cut the daggum things is proving to be a little bit more tricky. Learning the shear
really tricky ones.
Yeah, learning the shear angles was a freaking headache because you can't. It's not like a sapphire or a piece of quartz where you can see it with like a 10x loop. You can see where the shear lines are. With sunstone, you can't freaking see them no matter what.
Wow.
It's just, hey, you got to chuck a clear rock with a colored freaking core. good luck. You know, figure out the angle, start grinding away. And if it starts chipping on that shear angle, well, flip it over, try again.
I'm in
So,
danger.
yeah, the sunstones are proving to be
Your nemesis.
well, non-PG, they're absolute pain in my grinding ass. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, dude, they do not like being for one thing I found specifically recently about sunstones, they do not like being turned into a round gemstone.
Oh,
They'd rather be an oval.
huh.
Yeah. You try and turn it into a round, as soon as you come around one side, it'll knock a whole like quarter of the daggum gemstone right off.
They give
It's
you
like,
the finger then.
the
Huh?
fuck? The hell just happened there? Pardon the language.
Jeez.
Not trying to give it PG, but you know, not trying to be a total asshat.
Oh, hey, you know, these are cool things that, you know, I want to hear about, you know.
Yeah, it's surprising to me the way that the gemstone itself is reacting, because it did not like I did not have this experience with any other gemstone
With
ever, and
anything else, but
I have no with nothing else. Nothing else have I had the experience with as I have with the sunstone. Like it is chemically similar makeup to other stones out there. But factually, as far as the crystal structure grows and everything like that, it is not it's not as easy to just kind of fudge your way through. You know?
I just say it cuts like crap.
No, they don't cut like crap. It's just a learning curve. No gem cuts like crap. They all cut great once you actually learn where you're screwing up.
They tell you.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a learning curve, and I find it fascinating. It's it's a pain in my ass, but it's absolutely fascinating too. Being like, all right, well, that didn't work. That one just sheared off in half right off the top. Let's try the next one. Let's try and figure out what happened and why and how, and then let's change the trajectory. Because like if you're having and I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but like with an 8-inch disc, if you imagine an 8-inch disc and it's spinning on that center axis there, if you have a stone that's set with a shear angle that's straight at the stone or straight at the disc, it's likely to shear that opposite side out because it's going to snap it off that way.
Oh, jeez.
If you turn it this way, it'll be good. But if it has this axis and this axis of a shear angle, well, you're going to lose chunks.
Oh,
If
no.
it's this kind of a shear axis, you know, you might lose some chunks, but you're going to wind up not being able to polish it on one end. You know, so it's a very big learning curve of following all the different axes that you could imagine flipping and rotating a ball in to actually find the perfect angle.
Okay, well, another question. What's your biggest fail?
Biggest fail?
Yeah, your biggest fail cutting a gem.
No, not sunstones. Sunstones. So far, I haven't had to pay for any of them. So my biggest fail would be probably, well, without doubt, it's about an $80,000 sapphire.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was potentially about an 80K sapphire that I wound up turning into about $1,500 worth of dust.
Oh,
How many
Yeah.
carat was
It was a 4.98 carat stone as what I calculated through the mass and everything else of what I could cut. The problem with it is it had shear angles and inclusion cracks, feathers, whatever you want to call them, in the stone that were not visible right off the get until you started cutting. Because that's another thing too that a lot of people don't realize. When you're cutting a stone, just like a piece of wood, if you've ever split a piece of wood, or
Yep.
better yet, a piece of oak, until you split it on one side or in half or what have you, that is one durable ass piece of wood, no matter
Right.
where you hit it with a maul or a splitting, whatever, even with a damn chainsaw. But once you get it popped, every other piece of wedge will come off of it real easy. So
There's that one spot.
same thing with these gemstones. If you're cutting them, they're unheated, unoiled, no glass filled, stuff like that, which makes them the most rare. Trying to cut them without having any little chips or little, issues come up. There's this thing called orange peeling with the gemstones sometimes, especially with sapphires and rubies, where you'll be trying to polish it. And I mean, you can take it down to 300,000 grit if you wanted to. It doesn't matter. After you're done, it's going to look like the orange, like an orange's skin, like the little dots and the stippling and all that. It doesn't matter. You're going to look at it and you'll be like, this looks like absolute shite. And you keep going. Doesn't do you any good. And this was an early on gemstone that I had. I wound up randomly getting it by absolute happenstance. I got it for like $25. And I was like, oh, this is, it must be a nice, cheap gemstone, whatever. It's nothing important, all that. As I was cutting into it and all that, I'm like, this is a pain and all that, because corundums, ruby, sapphires, those
Right.
specific category of gemstone, they're only one step off from diamond in hardness. They are a 9. They're a 9 on the Mohs scale. Diamond is a 10.
Right.
Yep.
So, trying to cut through them, if you're trying to cut them quick or trying to cut them, in any way that is other than like tiptoeing around it, good luck. You're going to burn up every last ounce of grit on your lap, every ounce of grit on your polishing lap. You're going to burn holes in your lap even, which I have done. I have faceting laps, faceting laps from lightning lap, which I swear by. Absolute amazing polishing lapidary laps. But the fact that they are a fiberglass disc backed with diamond and resin, if you catch an edge with a particularly hard stone, like corundum or diamond or something that's really hard, it'll literally gouge a whole groove right out the side of your lap. And it's like, well, that whole lap is just about useless now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, there goes $180 on one show. And that is not anywhere near the most expensive lap that I have. Like, the most expensive lap that I have is almost $1,000 lap. It's a ceramic, ceramic diamond impregnated all the way through lap. But I mean, it's perfectly smooth, perfectly wonderful, super hard. But again, if you try and put the wrong damn gemstone on it, you're gonna wind up with grooves, and then good luck trying to get the grooves out too, because it's ceramic, which is incredibly freaking hard.
Jeez.
And
Yeah.
she has a good solution to that. She just says she just washes her rocks and leave them as they are.
Yeah. What's up, Curtis? How you doing, brother?
Curtis is in here. Hey, thank you for coming, Curtis. Good to see you, man.
I'm looking
Well-
forward to tuning into your live tomorrow, Curtis.
Good, he's a good interviewee, Curtis. Good guy to pick for an interviewee. Great knowledge, great guest, everything. Let me take a moment one more time because we're going to have to wrap this up for everybody. We'll entertain one last round of questions, and that's going to be it. But let me plug again for Jake. Jake of Deep North Adventures. Go and check him out. Let's get him up to 250 or 300 subscribers. We can do that. Share him out. Go check out all that he has on his website. I'm sure he's going to have more to come. He's going to have more to video, everything for being out and about as he was today with Modern Michigan Prospector and Jason E. Miner.
I was just out and about with Jason. Modern had some family duties to handle.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, he's still caught up with them guys and everything, and I appreciate them being there to where they can come up and talk about their channels and stuff. My invitation is
otherwise
open.
this would have been an intent.
My open invitation to them for whenever they want to schedule and come up and be a part of this, to be talking about what they do and talk about their channel and get promoted along with us and everything, and it helps with the watch hours and all that. So if they want to come up and be guests anytime, Modern Michigan Prospector, Jason E. Miner, anytime, my brothers, just let me know. We'll get you up here and everything else. Thank you for Jake and his time and everything to be gracious enough to give us 2 hours of his time. And also special thanks to my co-host, 406 Miner, come up alongside and kind of help assist me and has asked some fantastically good questions as
Don't
well.
ask me to come up. I'm scared to come on camera.
Oh, hot job.
Show the audience one more time.
Don't let him trick you.
show those stones again one more time that Jake cut for you, Stacy, so the audience can see. And that's a small taste of what Jake can do. And Jake, I want to keep an open invitation to you at any time you want to come up and be my recurring guest and talk more about lapidary and gem work and whatever else, my brother. The invitation is there for you as well as being a moderator of the channel. So anytime.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as with the last several weeks of us chatting, I'm a busy individual, and I'm not meaning that as a scapegoat. I'm happy to come up at any point in time. Just be aware that I might be driving, or I might be mining, or I might be
absolutely,
what have you. So yeah, just let you know, man.
Oh, I have one other question.
No, not allowed.
So Deep North. Did you ever get like dirt that you had to dig through to find the gems before me?
Absolutely.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Not now. Do you mean like pay dirts, or do you mean real dirt?
Just like pay dirt stuff. Dang it! I thought I was the first one.
No. I mean, my first one was actually my local club president. He sent me a dirt when I signed up, paid my 100 and something dues and all that to be part of the club. He sent me a whole bunch of club stickers, and he sent me a gold pater. He called it a gold pater, but I mean it was factually a gold and gemstone pater with how big the garnets and Montana sapphires were. He's a gentleman that does a lot of traveling around and running on a lot of mines all over the U.S. or claims rather, all over the US. So he winds up doing a lot of these bags for our local club members here in Michigan that are let's say the lower class individuals of mining. Yeah, we don't get all the good stuff here, at least especially not in the lower, being that bedrock's like 300 feet down.
Yeah, welcome to Montana too.
Well, yeah, but Montana, y'all still got like mountains and veins not that far away.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I mean the closest
Mary's
vein
having
to
trouble
here
with
is the UP or Montana.
Come to
Where's
Montana.
James when I need him? Mary's having trouble with Nightbot yet again.
Uh-oh.
Get him, Mary. Get him.
Well, does anybody in the chat have any last question before we let our guest go? We've taken enough of his time. He's there with a couple other people. We want
You
to let
got
them
one
get.
last question.
And
No,
if not,
it's more so I got a half-hour drive to set up camp. So yeah.
Oh,
well, Jake, thank you so much, my brother. I know we missed you last week. We missed you last week. The lines being tied up and whatever because we came off of Mother's Day weekend and email was slow. And
my
those things.
email. Yeah, my email has been less than reliable, even with the business end of it for me lately. Having my clients, which are normally able to get a hold of me easily, and within like 2 hours.
Yeah,
my emails have been absolute shite for the last like 2 weeks now. So I am sorry about missing the link and notifications and everything.
You're all good, man.
Really everything else that you sent me. So yeah.
Well, I think
All
that's
good,
going
man.
to pretty much wrap things up there. Let me just say one last time. Anybody that wants to come up, be interviewed, come and promote your stuff and whatever it's about. If it's not about prospecting, no big deal. It's pretty much open topic and everything else. It's a staple I want to do.
Get lost. No.
Uh,
Just joking.
I'd love to have I do this on Thursdays and on Saturdays, and Saturday is the biggest crowd. So usually Saturday evenings is the best time to do straight talk. So whoever else has a free Saturday evening, we can try Thursday, but it's going to be a shorter interview, obviously, because it's only a 1 hour show on Thursday. Let me know. Curtis, the invitation is out to you, my brother, whom I greatly appreciate, especially since I won my Prospector Copper round from him that I desperately wanted and just happened to luckily win. And I've always appreciated you, Curtis. Whenever you want to come up and be a guest, Curtis, let me know, or just even a panel guest or whatever. Let me know. You got my information to get a hold of me. Same goes to Modern Michigan Prospector Jason E. Miner. Same goes for Stacy 406 if he wants to be in an interviewed side, but he says he disappears like the shadow.
I'm scared. I don't like to be on camera. I can't be on camera. I'm scared.
I would dare.
I'm gonna have my buddy say bye-bye.
I would put the invitation to Mary, but Mary was so mad at Nightbot, she just might boycott it. So.
Oh yeah. Oh.
We don't like nobody.
Mary doesn't like many people, but she's got everybody's address, so everybody keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She knows where you live.
When in doubt,
well, Calvin, anytime you
email
want
Mary
to,
because she's probably has the address you
Anytime
need.
you want to come up.
Hey, you let me know, brother, and we'll arrange it, and I'll come up and we can answer whatever questions you guys have, and I'm always down to come on.
We've got a short
And I
digger.
made sure, Jim, I made sure that him and James were both subscribed to your channel, so you should have gotten at least one, maybe two new subs today.
well, hopefully we got you a whole bunch of new subs as well, Jay. So
You're like 206, so you got a few.
I'm at 206. I was at 200. I was at 200 3 nights ago on AP's channel, and I didn't even go up.
Huh,
So
okay.
Well,
I'm
like,
grateful
share, and
for anything
like,
more
share,
that
and
comes from this.
subscribe, guys. Come on, get on his channel. He does awesome work, and he's a great
No, I
guy.
don't let him lie to you. No.
He's undercutting himself. He can cut gems, but he likes to undercut
Okay, he's an
himself. He does
okay
really great work.
guy, and he's
Eh, I do work. I'm really good at working. That's about it.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. So just we'll be in touch and everything. We'll get more people lined up and keep doing this as a regular staple for Osakura Mining and Prospecting with Straight Talk. And fantastic shows, fantastic guests. Thank you, everyone, for sharing about your channel and what you do while the opportunity was there. Glad to have extra people on board as well. And we can add more panel guests. I can have 5 guests at one time up here with me. So the more the merrier. The invitation is there. And I just thank you again and appreciate y'all being here and giving me a little bit of your time. So thank you so much. Any
You're
last
welcome,
words?
man. As long as I can help, man.
Michigan boys
Okay.
forever.
Yeah.
Montana.
All right, everyone. Take care. Have a safe night. Take care of
How's that?
yourselves. Be healthy. Be safe. Don't get injured. And we'll see you the next time around. And we will now say bye-bye.
Good night, y'all. Y'all have a
Good
great
night,
rest
y'all.
of your evening. Have a good adventure.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, Jason. And good night, everyone. Big red button.